Good morning. My name is Leah, and these are my co-presenters, Abigail and Arav. As we all well know, the season has been one full of challenges. But before we can take a look at all we've accomplished, I think it's important to take a step back and look at where we've come from. In 2020, we had just come off of winning chairmans. We had an amazing new essay and hope that maybe, just maybe, we'd make it to Detroit again. When we first shut down, at first we assumed it would be 2 weeks. But as 2 weeks turned into the rest of the year, we realized that this season's promise would never really come to fruition. But despite that, we came back this year united as a family. And despite the challenges of our virtual setting, we still came together while apart, forming strong bonds within our club and branching outwards on a greater scale than ever before.
The schools of engineering, or SOEs, are a staple for learning and bonding within POBots. Every year, the incoming students are taught the skills required for being an active member of the POBots. But with the tough year we were presented with, our team had to devise a unique strategy to power through. The solution was Google Meets. While unconventional, it was the best way for the club to move forward and grow. The club jumped straight into action by holding SOEs virtually and were able to successfully teach numerous POBots new skills and techniques. The POBots dedicated themselves to be the best they could in a given circumstance. Since past years, our SOEs have evolved to reduce overlaps that members may face. The older POBot members are able to teach advanced knowledge like Ohm's law and coding that are hard to do even in a normal year. Another big piece of our SOEs is being able to have a fun time while learning. While there was obviously a focus on learning, everyone was able to be engaged and enjoy themselves through jokes and funny debates. A straw has one hole, by the way, people, one hole. While one might think this would distract us, it actually strengthened the bond and passion for everyone in the club. Being able to have a fun learning experience is what helped the club grow close when circumstances kept us far. SOEs made it so being taught was something people wanted to rather than an obligation.
Nearly half of our club comes from FLL roots, so it was really important to me that we were still able to mentor 7 younger robotics teams, with more volunteers helping out than in any previous year. There were 5 district teams couldn't compete. We really took the opportunity to reinforce research and programming skills and had time to dive deeper than ever before, especially with Matlin Middle School's Learners Club, a club for kids who weren't on an FLL team yet but were interested in robotics and are possible future candidates for our teams. One kid on this learners club, Connor, had no robotics experience, and even though his first year was online, he still shows an insane amount of curiosity and involvement, and he's still so invested and eager to learn in a way that I honestly find inspiring. Our non-district teams did great this year with the microchip cookies moving on to championships and the mini POBots actually scoring higher than ever before.
As a POBots family, we are filled with gratitude for each and every frontline worker during this time. Earlier this year, however, we knew that it was not enough to simply feel thankful. We needed to show it. In February, we launched a thank you card collection to show our appreciation to nurses and doctors at our local hospital. Each of our 50 cards included not only a simple thank you, but a heartfelt message, allowing every recipient to know that the letters came from real people with real gratitude.
As one of the many people who made the cards, I know it created a feeling of doing true good. Every card was made with a personal touch, and together all the POBots were able to impact the lives of the frontline workers with more than a simple thank you.
Once we pulled into the hospital and explained our cause to the nurses, they could not stop gushing over how excited they were. Even in the midst of a pandemic, our team was able to shine a little bit of light. Aside from our card collection, we set out to further our influence in our community. We gathered paper goods in March, allowing families to have plates, napkins, cups, and other useful items that they may not have had access to. In December, we initiated a canned food drive, collecting a total of 84 cans to donate to the Soup to Nuts Soup Kitchen right here on Long Island. And just yesterday, we completed our school supplies drive for community housing innovations, providing materials for education to students throughout our community. In completing each of these initiatives, it was easy to see that we weren't simply helping our community, but our team as well. Our members were truly proud of their work.
Over the last 21 years, Engineering Awareness Night has inspired countless people. This year, however, preparations look a little bit different from our normal cafeteria setup. With the help of our many dedicated POBots, we successfully moved this event to an online format.
We were able to record 13 STEM is Fun activities and even a shop tour to demonstrate our usual in-person experience. While organizing this event, I was able to see how much effort and dedication each member put into making EAN influential. Once this had all been put together, we held a virtual EAN premiere on our YouTube channel and watched as the chat flooded with comments and interactions, with our team mascot Henlight even making a surprise appearance. Further than that, however, we decided to make our videos available to the rest of the FIRST community. We connected with 21 other FRC teams to offer them the use of our helpful and exciting videos and activity booklet. Although unconventional, our team banded together to make this year's EAN more successful than we could ever imagine.
I want to take a minute to talk about POBots not as a club, but as a family. No matter how many amazing things the POBots do, we're not a series of outreach events, but real people forming genuine connections. One example of this is our mentor, Justin, who was on POBots in high school and fell in love with the team spirit of community, leading him to establish a first team when he went off to college, and then again when he returned to Long Island. Justin's just one of our many amazing alumni that keep returning as mentors or going out and doing astonishing things in and out of STEM. Now, mentors learn from us almost as much as we learn from them, and they spread this knowledge onto other teams they mentor and even into other aspects of their life, expanding our core values into the community farther than we ever could on our own. In POBots, we have rules in the shop for safety, of course, but in some ways, I think our most important rule is this one. We all eat together as a group. POBots are a family. We eat as a family and make sure everyone is included. It used to be that we would come together for dinner in the shop, but now instead we relax after Google Meets together, procrastinating homework and studying, and really letting new members get to see the play side of us, not just the work side of us. But it's not the same. It's still really special to be able to make connections with these new members and get to know returning members better than in previous years, due to the fact that the subgroups kind of melded together to face new challenges in a way we never had before.
The POBots may have faced downfalls, but one thing remains constant. We rise together, we face challenges together, we make a difference together. We are a family.